So I'm like, did he really just ask my mom if he could kiss me?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing for you guys a little story time of something that had happened to me in the Dominican Republic. Now, it's gonna be kind of all over the place the way I'm telling the story, but I didn't want to make a video about it just because of the simple fact that I didn't want the guy to feel embarrassed. But I'm not going to be showing his face. All you're gonna be hearing is his voice, and you're basically just gonna see his body, not his face. I'm gonna like cover his face some way. Yeah, let's get into the story. So, as many of you guys may know, in my last video I did mention that I was in the Dominican Republic for a whole month, and I went to the capital. The capital is where I'm from, where I was born. Most of my cousins are there, so I was in the capital most of the time. So as I was in the capital, there was this one guy that I just clicked with him. Like, we were just like friends. Like, to me it was just a friendship. Like, we were just like cool. I know him because him and my cousin used to hang out here in New York. I was staying at my grandparents' house, which are my dad's parents, and he lived next door. So in that neighborhood there was like no teenagers, and I just couldn't hang out with anybody. It was either my cousins were in school, or like either they were working, so I couldn't really hang out with anybody. So he was next door. My brother from my dad's side, well, other brother, I have two brothers, one from another mother and then one for both parents. So my brother from another mother, he was staying with us, and well, he was staying with me basically, because it was just me and my cousins, my little cousins. But what can I possibly talk to them about? Like, it was just like, what the hell, like, you guys are like 14, 15, like, what the fuck am I supposed to tell you? So whatever, I was staying with my brother. He lived, the guy that I'm talking about, I'm gonna say his name was Gabriel. So Gabriel lived next door. I would call him, oh, vecino, because vecino means neighbor. So I'll be like, vecino, que lo que means like, what's up, whatever. So we would talk or whatever. Me and my brother could not go out at a certain time. So at this the actual time that we actually were talking, I think that was my first time. Yeah, it was my first night there because I was in Bani, and then from there I went to the capital. I went, and it was already nighttime. It was like 10 o'clock or 11. My grandparents had already closed all the doors, so the doors were all closed. We could not go out at all. Like, we couldn't leave the house. So the neighbor Gabriel, we like kind of called him over to like the balcony because we were bored. So he came towards the balcony, and then he was having a conversation with us. He was talking to us, whatever, blah blah. He has a habit of calling everybody mom, which is a bad word, and excuse my language, but he has a habit of always calling somebody that, or like just a disrespectful way of approaching somebody. So he called me that. I got offended. I'm like, yo, you need to watch how you talk to me because I'm a girl. Like, you're not about to disrespect me like that. He was like, oh, I think it's just a habit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And I'm just like, alright, it's a habit, but you're not about to do this with me. Fuck out of here. No, whatever. That happened. My brother brings out a bottle of Brugal, and then they start drinking. I'm like, nah, I'm not with the shits. I'm not about to start drinking. First of all, that was my grandfather's Brugal, and if he would have found out that we were drinking it, he would have fucked all of us up, and I was not with the shits. I told my brother, I was like, yo, you're responsible for that shit. You're not about to get me in trouble. Deuces. Whatever. I dipped. I went to the room. Boom. That's like my first time ever talking to Gabriel, but I knew about him. Like, I was like, when I first saw him, when I first went to the capital, I saw him and I'm like, yo, this guy looks so familiar. But that's because my cousin, which is like one of my closest cousins, she used to hang out with him in New York, whatever. So my aunt ever since then, me and him been talking like as friends or whatever, blah blah blah. He has a girlfriend. I was single at the time, but I wasn't looking forward to talking to anybody in Dominican Republic. I would not get myself into that situation. I'm sorry, but it just wouldn't. It's just too much. So, he had a girlfriend. I didn't. I was just doing, like, I was just chilling, living my life, whatever. So ever since, he kind of, I think he got my, no. I think he got my number. He got my number, and then he will hit me up, to chill, whatever. I'm like, alright, bet. So me and him and my little brother would chill and like just like literally sit outside and just talk shit. And then whatever, we like became really close friends. So I'm the type of person, like, if I like you, yeah, I'm gonna approach you in a way that I like you. But if I'm approaching you in a friend zone type of way, don't think that I'm flirting with you, like oh my god, like I don't know, maybe he thought that I was giving him signs as to like, oh, I want you.
No, it was never like that, papi. Never.
My aunt was having an hora santa, something like that. It's basically a celebration, kids, and they did that for my little cousin Isabella. So we had that. Afterwards, it turned into like a party. So it was like a party for like adults afterwards. So my mother, and my uncle, whatever, they brought Brugal, the big bottle, whatever. My uncle is a bartender, so he was making drinks or whatever. He gave me a drink. I was drinking it, whatever. I was good. I was fine. So then the guy was serving his own drinks. As he was serving his own drinks, he was like pouring more liquor than juice or anything. So I'm like, alright. He, like, the way he approached me the first time he met me, he made it seem like he knew how to drink, like he could handle his liquor, this and that, whatever. Yo, this nigga had already had like two cups or 3 cups, not even. After the first cup, he was already tipsy. He was already like, oh my god, like acting funny. He kept drinking or whatever, and then everybody was smoking hookah. So he was just snatching the hookah away from everybody, and he tried to snatch it away from me. So I'm like, hold up, I just got it. You're not about to take this from me. You need to relax yourself, because the fuck you acting like this for? Nah, you're not doing this with me. Nah, whatever. I got tight, whatever. He's like, oh, why you mad? I'm like, oh, I'm mad because you think you funny as shit trying to take the hookah away from people. Like, that's disrespectful. Like, you know, first of all, you're drunk, and then now you want to be disrespectful to other people. Like, you need to relax yourself. Like, bájale dos rayitas. So, after that, he tells me, okay, this is the funny shit. Like, you need to listen to this very closely, because this shit is dumb funny. Like, oh my god. He tells me, oh, Naomi, I want to give you a kiss. I'm like, alright. I didn't say alright. I was just like, okay. My mom was right in front of us, so my mom was looking at him, asking me the question. Like, she was looking at us, like, talking. So then I was like, oh, joking around. I was like, oh, ask my mom if you could give me a kiss. Nigga dead ass asked my mom. My mom looked at him like, nigga. Yo, my mom was just like, she didn't even know what to say. She was just like, I mean, it's really up to her. She's already 18. She's responsible for herself, whatever. Like, she didn't really care what I was gonna do. But like, in reality, I was just like not trying to dub him. Like, I wasn't trying to like be like, oh, nah, it's a dub, my nigga. Like, I didn't want to be a dickhead. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm cursing too much, but this story is getting interesting, whatever. So I didn't want to be a bitch and like dub him or whatever. So I was like, that's why I brought up the fact that, oh, to ask my mom. But he dead ass asked my mom. I didn't think he was gonna do it. So I'm like, did he really just ask my mom if he could kiss me? Like, did he really just do that? Whatever, that happened. So then one of my aunts, she calls me over. She's like, Naomi, come here. And then she calls him over. And I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck is about to happen? So my cousins are all looking at me like, oh, they already know what's up. So my aunt was basically trying to put us on. She was like, oh, he's a good kid, this and this and that. He will treat you good. And I'm like, And I'm just like, oh my god, this shit is too, I can't. This is too much. Like, I just can't. So whatever. The night, yo, like, I swear to God, that was like the longest night of my life. Like, that shit was so funny. Then after that, I was just like pretending that I was listening to my aunt. Like, yeah, I was gonna like consider talking to him and shit. And I'm like, whatever. But I really, like, I was just like, oh my God, I'm trying to be done with this conversation. Like, can I like skedaddle? Like, deuces. So then after I had the conversation with my aunt, the party was pretty much done. We were cleaning up and stuff. Next thing you know, some lady walks up, like, she walks up the block and she's drunk or whatever. And then they were saying that ella estaba montada. But like, they were saying that she was like bugging out, whatever. Next thing you know, I turn around, everybody's saying that Gabriel was trying to hit her. Like, basically, like, he was trying to fight her. And his excuse was that he was holding my baby cousin and the lady was approaching him, so he felt like, what the fuck, I have the baby in my hand, get the fuck away from me. But like, I never saw the baby in his hand, so I'm saying, I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. I just know that he was about to punch a girl. Like, he literally had her by her throat, about to punch her. So I'm like, bro, you need to tone it down. Like, you need to relax. Like, them anger issues gotta go, honey. So then we clean up. My aunt sends him home. Like, she literally sends him home. She's like, oh, you gotta go home, whatever. She tells his grandma to lock the doors, to not let him out, because he was like bothering me. Oh my God, I have mascara and I forgot. So she literally tells him, oh, so stay inside, lock the doors, whatever. Doors are locked, everything. He cannot leave his house until the next day. So my aunt locks our doors from like my grandpa's crib, locks our doors, everything, whatever. We didn't really have an intention to leave the house, so like, it was like whatever to us. So we walked inside, we got settled down, like, we just stayed in bed. So then he was writing me, he was like, oh, come to the window, because there's like a window that literally connects my house where I was staying and his house. So he can literally talk to me through the window. So, oh, come to the window, and I'm like, alright. So I tell my brother, my cousins, I'm like, ustedes se quieren curar un ratico. I was like, do y'all want to have like a laugh or some shit? Like, yeah, I want to laugh a little bit. So I'm like, alright, bet. So we go to where the window is. It's basically the living room of the house, you know, the living room. So I'm like, I'm here, whatever, and then I'm gonna just put clips. I'm gonna watch the video as I talk about it. But the first video, this is when he told me that he wanted to kiss me. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? Un beso. He was like, oh, I was like, oh, what do you want? And I was laughing. He was like, oh, I want to kiss. And I'm like, whatever. And then he noticed that I was kind of like, he noticed that I was recording him, but the flash was bothering him, so I just like recorded of us having a conversation.
Pero mi mamá no quiere saber de ti ahora por el jugo que te diste.
Pero está bien.
I told you que no beba mucho.
Era ella que quería que yo beba. Me decía, toma, sigue. ¿Por qué ella me decía eso? Porque si ella no hubiera querido beber.
Basically, I was telling him that my mom didn't fuck with him at all because he got mad drunk and he was just being disrespectful. And my mom didn't even want me to be friends with him, and he wasn't that way. He was like, oh my God, this and that. And then he was like, oh, why would your mom say she don't fuck with me, but she's the one that told me to drink. Mind you, my mom never told him to drink, because first of all, my mom don't go fuck. Like, my mom is not gonna sit here and tell a minor to start drinking. Like, bye. Yeah, that's pretty much what that video consists of. Let me see what else. Pero ella dice que tú le faltas respeto al novio de ella. Porque tú le sigues dejando la hookah y le sigues dejando. This is when I was saying that he was being disrespectful to everybody by taking the hookah from everybody.
¿Tú no tienes sueño?
Nada.
Not tired?
Here I had asked him, I was like, oh, are you tired? Because the fuck, it was like what? It was pretty early. It was like 1 in the morning or probably 12. And then he was talking about, it was like, oh, Naomi, I really like you. I will literally stay here and wait until you give me a kiss. And I'm just like, boy, if you don't get your ass to sleep right now. As I was talking to him the whole time, I told my cousins and my brother to hide. So they were hiding, and then it's like, I was like on the couch, and then my little cousin and my little sister were like on the side, and they were like giving me signals, and then he kept asking me for a kiss, and then my little cousin was like, give it to him, and I'm like, no. But I tried not to make it hot. I didn't want to make it seem like they were there. And then my little cousin kept running around in the background, and he was so drunk that he didn't even notice until he heard something move. So then he was like, yo, there's somebody over there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's nobody here. All the kids are in the room. Yo, that shit was so funny. Like, he really thought he was tweaking. Anyways, he really thought he was tweaking because he kept seeing like people walk by or whatever. Well, that happened. He basically confessed his love for me. I guess that's what you can consider it. But it was funny. Like, maybe some of you guys won't find the story funny, but I thought it was very interesting, and it was just crazy, and it was just funny. Like, I could deadass say here and tell you stories about guys that try to talk to me and I dubbed straight up. I'll go fuck. Deuces. Like, one thing I've noticed a lot, I'm the type of person, well, the type of girl that I like hanging out with guys. Like, I like being around guys just because I get to see how they are, and I feel like, how do I explain this, like, hanging out with girls is so much drama and like arguing over dumb shit, but with guys it's just like, yeah, just chilling. But the thing with me is, like, I cannot have guy friends without them trying to talk to me, you know? Like, I have a group of guy friends that they all kind of try to talk to me, but luckily they knew how to keep it in the friend zone. They respected my decisions. They never try to get crazy with me, so they kept it as that. But I've always had a hard time trying to trying to have guy friends and trying to keep it in the friend zone, because guys just don't know. Like, people, yo, you could deadass just be like, hit them up just to have a regular conversation. Niggas was deadass sit there and say, oh, she want me, or she want to talk to me, or she gonna be my shorty. Nigga was never like that. I just wanted to refresh with you. Like, you need to relax yourself. Like, it was never that serious. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just like, boys want to exaggerate things sometimes, you know, because these niggas nowadays are just bitches, like straight up bitches, like that ass. But whatever. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I guess he thought, the guy Gabriel, he thought that I liked him in a way, and he felt like it was okay to ask me for a kiss. Boy, bye, because that was never gonna happen. Deuces, dub, straight up, dub, my nigga, dub. And that's it. That's my story, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you didn't, then I'm sorry that my story was traga. Oh my god, yo, I look crazy. Let me just throw on my Henny hat on, so like I could put up a front and like make it seem like I'm a Henny girl, but I'm like really not anymore, because I got the cheat code. Spent 2 bands on some